There's one question that reveals everything about someone: their character, their integrity, their intelligence, whether they're trustworthy or dangerous. Billionaire Peter Thiel uses this exact question to find elite talent worth investing millions in. Legendary FBI negotiator Chris Voss uses similar tactics to bypass a suspect's social mask and reveal who they really are. And after this video, you'll use it to read anyone you meet in under 60 seconds. But here's the catch. Most people get the question wrong. They ask it incorrectly, or they don't know what to listen for in the answer. I'm going to show you exactly how to ask it, what to listen for, and what each type of answer reveals. Here's the question Peter Thiel asks. What is something you believe that most people would disagree with? That's it. Simple, powerful, devastating. Thiel uses this in every interview because it bypasses social conditioning. It forces someone to reveal their actual thinking process, not the polished version they present to the world. When you ask this, you're asking someone to show independent thought, to risk social disapproval, to demonstrate intellectual honesty, to reveal what they actually value. But here's what separates the pros from the amateurs. The answer doesn't matter. What matters is how they answer. Because human beings have two operating systems. System 1, social programming, what we're supposed to think. And System 2, actual beliefs, what we really think. Most questions only access System 1. They get rehearsed answers, but this question forces System 2 to engage. And System 2 reveals who someone actually is. Let me show you the 4 types of answers and what each one reveals. Type 1. The deflector. The first type of person will deflect immediately. They'll say, I don't know, I'm pretty mainstream, I guess. Or, oh, I can't think of anything right now. Why are you asking me this? What it means. Fear of judgment. This person is so concerned with being liked that they refuse to take any position that might cause disagreement. They're a people pleaser, a chameleon. They change their opinions based on who is in the room. In business, they'll never make tough decisions. In relationships, they'll never be honest when it matters. In life, they'll always be looking over their shoulder. This is the most common answer, and it is the biggest red flag. Peter Thiel immediately ends the interview when he hears this. Type 2, the virtue signaler. The second type will give you a safe, controversial opinion. They'll say something like, I think we should be kinder to each other. I believe mental health is important. I think money isn't everything. Notice what they did. They gave you an opinion that sounds controversial, but actually isn't. This is virtue signaling disguised as independent thought, social intelligence, without intellectual courage. This person knows how to play the game. They're smart, they're strategic. But when things get hard, they'll protect themselves first. In business, they'll play politics instead of solving problems. In relationships, they'll say what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. Smart but safe equals strategic coward. Type 3, the edgy contrarian. The third type will try to shock you. I think democracy is overrated. I don't think everyone deserves respect. I believe most people are stupid. They're trying to prove how independent they are by taking the most controversial position possible. But notice, they're still performing. They're just performing rebellion instead of conformity. Insecurity, masking as confidence. This person needs you to know they're different. They need you to be impressed, but real confidence doesn't need to announce itself. In business, they'll prioritize being right over being effective. In relationships, they'll create unnecessary conflict to feel important. Trying to shock equals trying to impress. Type 4, the genuine thinker. And then there's the fourth type. They'll pause, actually think, and give you something real. I think most career advice is wrong because it assumes everyone wants to climb a ladder. But some people just want stability, and that's equally valid. I believe we overvalue IQ and undervalue consistency. Most success isn't about being the smartest person. I think forgiveness is overrated. Some people don't deserve it. And moving on without forgiving is healthier. Notice the difference? They actually thought about it. It's specific, it's defensible with logic. It reveals their values, not their ego. Independent thought, plus intellectual honesty. This person has a worldview they've built through experience and reflection. They're not performing for you. They're just being honest. And here's the critical part. You don't have to agree with their answer. The point isn't whether their belief is correct. The point is that they have one, and they're willing to share it. This is who Peter Thiel invests in. This is who you want in your corner. So, how do you actually use this? Rule number 1, ask it casually. Don't make it weird. Just drop it naturally. Hey, I've been thinking about this question. What's something you believe that most people would disagree with? Rule number 2, stay silent. Don't help them. Don't fill the silence. Just wait. The pause is part of the test. Chris Voss teaches this in FBI negotiations. Silence creates pressure, and pressure reveals truth. Rule number 3, don't judge the content. Your face shouldn't change regardless of what they say. If you react negatively, you've just proven that disagreement isn't safe with you. You failed your own test. Rule number 4, listen for structure. Don't focus on what they said. Focus on how they said it. Did they deflect? Did they play it safe? Did they try to shock, or did they actually think? This one question will save you years of learning someone's character the hard way. Now, here is where this gets personal. I started asking myself this question when I began my own health and growth journey. Because here is the truth. If you can't give a Type 4 answer to yourself, you're just lying to the person in the mirror. Most people spend their entire lives deflecting, virtue signaling, or trying to shock others because they've never actually built a worldview of their own. So before you use this question on anyone else, ask it to yourself and be honest about which type you are. But here's the catch. If you're asking this question, you better be ready to answer it yourself. Because the moment you deflect, play it safe, or try to shock them, you've just revealed that you are Type 1, 2, or 3. This question is a mirror. It shows you who they are, but it also shows them who you are. So make sure you have a real answer. 1 question, 4 types of answers, infinite insight into character. Peter Thiel built billion-dollar companies by asking this. FBI negotiators save lives by understanding it, and now you know it too. Next time you meet someone new, in business, in dating, in life, try it and watch what happens. If this changed how you see people, leave a comment with your answer to the question. I want to see which type you are. And if you want to learn more tactics like this, subscribe, because this is just the beginning. Stay sharp.